This is the Mahindra BE6 and it launched in 2024 November, and in just 1 year, Mahindra has sold over 30,000 electric vehicles, almost tripling their EV market share from 7% to 19%. But here's what's insane. The Mahindra BE6 Batman Edition, limited to just 999 units, sold out in just 135 seconds flat. Mahindra, a company known for its rugged diesel SUVs like the Thar and Scorpio, is now gunning for that electric domination. And they're targeting EVs to make up to 20 to 30% of their SUV sales by 2027. And they're also investing 12,000 crores to make that happen. But here's what nobody's talking about. Tata Motors, the undisputed king of Indian EVs, just saw their market share crash from 62% to 40% in just 1 year. Now the question is, can a company that built its legacy on diesel power actually win the electric war? Or will the BE6 become just another EV experiment? We spent the last few days digging into this, and here are 4 insights that we discovered. To understand why Mahindra BE6 is such a big deal, you need to understand what's happening in India's electric car market right now. In 2025, electric passenger vehicle sales in India hit a record of 1.7 lakh units. That's a 77% jump from the previous year. And the entire market was worth around $3.98 billion in 2024 and is projected to hit nearly $18 billion by 2022. But here's the thing. Despite the explosive growth, EVs still account for just 2 to 3% of the total car sales in India. And the government wants that number up at 30% by 2030. Now, within the EV space, there are essentially 3 segments that matter. First, you have the entry-level EVs. Think Tata Tiago EV and the MG Comet. These are priced under 12 lakh rupees and target first-time EV buyers. Second, we have mid-size electric SUVs. And this is where the real battle is happening. We're talking in the ranges of 17 to 27 lakh rupees with vehicles like Tata Curve, Hyundai Creta Electric and the Mahindra BE6. And third, you have the premium EVs above 30 lakhs like the Tesla Model Y. The mid-size segment is the goldmine. It's where the money is and where the volumes are, and it's exactly where Mahindra has decided to attack. For years, Mahindra's only EV was the XUV 400, a decent vehicle but not a game changer. They were selling maybe 600 to 700 units a month, while Tata was doing more than 5,000. But the BE6 changed everything. This isn't an ICE vehicle converted to electric. This is what Mahindra calls a born electric SUV, built from scratch on a dedicated EV platform called Inglo. Now let's talk about what Mahindra actually built here. The BE6 comes with 2 battery options. One is the 59 kWh pack delivering 535 km range, and another bigger 79 kWh pack pushing an AR/AI certified 682 km. That 682 km number is significant. The Tata Curve EV tops at 585 km and the Hyundai Creta Electric is only about 473 km. Mahindra is offering the longest range in this class. But range alone doesn't win customers, performance does. The BE6 does 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.7 seconds. That's sports car territory. The Curve EV, on the other hand, takes 8.6 seconds and the Creta Electric takes 7.9 seconds. This is not subtle. Then there's the tech. The BE6 runs on something called the MAIA, which stands for Mahindra's Artificial Intelligence Architecture. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8295 chipset with 24 GB RAM. For context, that's the same chip that powers the premium vehicles globally. The design is polarizing, and that's intentional. Those C-shaped LED DRLs, the aggressive stance, and the coupe roofline. This doesn't look like any Mahindra you've seen before. And here's what really matters. The BE6 scored 31.97 out of 32 for adult passenger protection in the Bharat NCAP crash tests. That's a near perfect score and a 5-star rating. Mahindra didn't just make an EV, they made a statement. Now let's talk about the make or break factor pricing. The BE6 is priced between 18.9 lakh to 27.6 lakh ex-showroom. But here's the strategic brilliance. Mahindra has positioned the BE6 directly against its competitors variant for variant. Tata EV Curve starts at 17.5 lakh and the Hyundai Creta Electric starts at 18 lakh. And Mahindra is just at 18.9 lakh. On paper, Mahindra is slightly expensive at entry. But let's see what we're getting. At 18.9 lakh, the BE6 gives you a larger battery, a longer range, and faster acceleration, level 2 ADAS, and a premium interior. The pricing sends a clear message. Same money, more product. What's interesting though is some analysts believe that the BE6 could have been priced even higher, which means a premium positioning for a premium product. But Mahindra didn't play that game. They're not trying to be exclusive, they're trying to be dominant. Let's talk about how Mahindra launched this. Most car launches in India follow the same playbook. Big Bollywood celebrities, massive TV campaigns, aggressive showroom push. But Mahindra did something different. First, they created artificial scarcity and exclusivity. The Batman edition launched in collaboration with Warner Brothers and was limited to just 999 units. That's not a product launch, that's a cultural moment. Then came the Formula E edition in November 2025, positioning the BE6 as motorsport adjacent. When you associate your EV with Formula E racing, you're not just selling a car, you're selling performance credibility. Second, Mahindra went digital first. YouTube creators, Instagram influencers, and detailed feature walkthroughs. No expensive TV spots, just targeted high engagement content that reaches the audience that actually buys these. And third, they control the narrative around Born Electric. The messaging was clear. This isn't an old Mahindra with batteries strapped on. This is something entirely new built from ground up on the Inglo platform. The phased rollout strategy was also smart. Mahindra started deliveries with premium 3-pack variants in mid-March, and the more affordable variant came later, between June and August. This let them build a premium brand image first, before going mass market. And here's the genius move. More than 30,000 bookings on day one, and that's not just luck. That's years of product development meeting pent-up demand for a premium Indian EV. But the reality is, Mahindra isn't just fighting Tata. They're fighting a market that's getting crowded fast. In 2025 alone, we saw Hyundai Creta's electric launch and the MG Windsor Electric dominate with its battery as a service model. And Tesla finally entered India with their Model Y, and VinFast is aggressively moving. Let's look at the numbers. Tata Motors sold 70,000 electric cars in 2025 and they're still number one. MG Motors did more than 51,000 units and they've grown 136% year on year. And Mahindra did 33,500 units. That's a 369% growth, which sounds incredible, but they're still third. The monthly trajectory tells a more nuanced story. The BE6 sales went from 900 units in March, dropped to 550 in April, and then climbed to 1,200 in May, and continued growing. The month of September saw a combined BE6 and XCV9e sales hit more than 4,000 units, their best month ever. Mahindra is now targeting 7,000 monthly EV sales by this year end. They currently sell around 4,000 to 5,000. That's ambitious but achievable. But what's interesting is 80% of BE6 buyers are new to Mahindra. They are customers who Mahindra has never had before, and there's a risk. With the XCV9e targeting families and the BE6 targeting enthusiasts, is there an internal competition? Early data suggests no. They're pulling from different buyer profiles. So did Mahindra play its cards right? On paper, yes. They identified a massive opportunity in the premium electric SUV segment and built a product with class-leading range and performance. They priced it aggressively without being cheap, and they marketed it in a way that created genuine cultural buzz. But what matters is sustainable sales, which takes 12 to 18 months to evaluate. The real test isn't whether the BE6 can win awards or sell out limited editions. It's whether Mahindra can consistently sell 5,000 to 7,000 EVs every month while maintaining quality and customer satisfaction. And if they can't, the BE6 becomes just another impressive experiment that didn't change the game. The 18,000 crore rupee question here is, can a company built on Thar's roar succeed in a silent world of electric mobility? The next 12 months will tell us. Let us know in the comment section which brand you want us to break down in the next video, and I'll see you in the next one.